Good morning, guys. Paul Bates here, and welcome aboard Sun Estate, where I live. I currently live full time with my wife Beverly and my dog Daisy. Thanks, Harold, for the thumbs up. Anyway, yesterday, sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're in a new location, and I'm doing these live vlogs, and so I've got to figure things out, and that's all it was. Is um, my internet was just it was bad, and it is bad. That's one thing I don't like about Homeport Marina is the internet here is it doesn't matter whether I use my hotspot, doesn't they're in it, it's all bad. Anyway, let's get moving today on what we're going to talk about. Before I do though, let's talk about our sponsors. Thank you, Better Boat Company, for the products that you guys send us, and we'll get some videos going on that stuff soon. Um, this week, I am still going to take, if you guys watched the premiere video yesterday, you saw that big houseboat that was in um, the lock just before me. That's the houseboat we're going to take over. We're going to do the crossing on this week. And they've delayed the crossing once. We've delayed it because of weather. So I supposedly they're going to pick me up Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not sure every day that I'm going to go live this week just because of that crossing right there. So possibly tomorrow, I know I'll be here with you guys in the morning, but and possibly the next day. But I think Thursday or Friday we're going to do the crossing and that thing. So it should be interesting to do the crossing. One thing interesting about that boat is, it costs $1.1 million to build. It has two Detroit small horsepower engines in it. It does have a full generating station in it, but it just doesn't have any freeboard, man. When you look at it, it's literally like that close to the water right there. That's it. That's all the freeboard it has. So we're gonna want a smooth crossing. I can tell you that in it. So it should be interesting. It should be fun. And I'll take you guys on a tour of the boat because it is a pretty amazing boat. When you walk into it, from the outside, it doesn't look very pretty, but from the inside, wow, it's pretty impressive. And then I'll explain to you then why it was built, who built it, and then go over all the details with you because it's going to go to an Airbnb now. Anyway, good morning, Harold, Tony, and Russell. Thank you guys for joining us. Anyway, today, what I want to talk about and next week, I'll really start breaking down. When I get back here and I get into a total routine, I want to just go through each part of the loop, break it down into the different coasts, and just go over my experience and what we had, and just concentrate probably just about this whole month on pretty much the loop because you guys know we just completed it. Um, and then what I want to do is just break down each section of what I liked and what I didn't dislike about it today. But today we're going to talk about three unique places that you may have to stop, especially if you're in a slow troller like we are. Because if you're in a fast boat, it's a whole different world for you. But when you're in a slow boat like Southern Estate here, some of your choices are not going to be maybe not the perfect choices. So we'll start off here with the Georgia coast. And in the Georgia coast, there was a unique marina, and the name of the marina is Kilkenny, and it's spelled with one K or one L, Kilkenny, Kilkenny. And why this marina was so unique? There's a couple challenging things about it. When you pull up to it, it's all built on these big 55-gallon drums. And I want to see the comments. Anybody that's ever stopped at Kilkenny, man, let me know what you say. Let's hear your comment about Kilkenny. Anyway, uh, and it's on the Georgia coast there. Me personally, if I ever do the loop, and when we go in this in detail, I won't go the Georgia coast again. I'll come out there at the beginning of it, and then I'll come in and back in Savannah. It's about an 80-90 mile run, and that's what I'll do. I won't go Jackal. And I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'll bypass all of that because it's real shallow in there and it's a real windy. But if you do it, you're going to probably end up at a place you're either going to anchor in front of Kilkenny or you're going to go to Kilkenny. And one of the unique things about Kilkenny is their dock. It's, like I said, it's got these big 55-gallon blue drums. That's the flotation for the dock, but there's extreme tides there. So um, and pulling into the dock wasn't that big of a deal. It was more pulling off the dock. We did not hit anything going in or out of there, but the boat in front of us did. They hit the boat in front of them. And what happens is, I'll again go into more details about this, but current will take you, and it'll push your boat harder than wind or anything else, especially at slow speeds. Really shouldn't be out in 25, 30 knots of wind. You're going to get caught out there once or twice in it, but you shouldn't be boating in that, and you shouldn't be maneuvering in that. And and current will take you. So what happened was, when the current, I believe it was an outgoing tide, and it was pushing us into the dock, and he decided to go out forward, and then the current got him and pushed him into the boat next to him. Well, what I did is I backed off. I had a front line on, a bow line on. I got my boat like this, and then I backed off the dock like this, so that the current, when I went to make that turn to turn around, you have to make a 360-degree turn, and you want to turn around. I was well away from that dock and well away from all the other boats. So that's what I did. But Kilkenny is a unique place. And again, I want to hear your comments. The next one, it's over in Missouri. It's on the Mississippi, and it's called Hoppies. And Hoppies was that was a special treat at Hoppies. We had to stay there for 2 days. And the reason we had to stay there for 2 days is because the chief, you guys know that my twin brother was with me for a little while, about 3,000 miles of the trip, a little more than that, actually. Anyway, he had to go to a dentist there. We had to find him a dentist when we got there to Hoppies. But there's nothing there. And Hoppies, what was unique about Hoppies is, oh my God, the current. When you come on to Hoppies, there is probably the biggest current, and it's probably one of the most challenging landings of the loop, because when you're pulling into the dock there, and there's video of it. I'll actually link that video because it's a unique video. When you're coming in like this right here, you got the current pushing the boat like this right here, and it's coming. That current, it's not like current in the ocean or from the tide or anything like that. That is constant current from the Mississippi, and so whatever the flow is, that's the current that's in there. And everybody I talked to had the same experience, man. And there's nothing pretty about Hoppies. Again, I want to hear your comments. If you stopped at Hoppies, I want to hear what you got to say about Hoppies, because Hoppies was definitely an experience, and everybody in a slow trawler, they need to experience it. Now, why I keep saying that is because if you're in a fast trawler, if you're in a fast powerboat like a Tierra or a Riviera or something like that, and you can bypass all these, because you can knock out 200 miles without any big deal, and you can bypass all these places. But when you're in a slow trawler, it's either anchor, and there's really no good places. There is good places in the Mississippi. Sorry, there's some nice anchorages there. We did anchor there a couple times, and both times we were very lucky. But there's a lot of traffic on the Mississippi, so you got to be very careful on the Mississippi. So Hoppies, and is one of those places that you're going to stop. Also, I could have put on here tungsten, and I'm probably saying that wrong because I didn't do my homework on that one. Uh, um, Toe. Anyway, that's another one that's a unique one, but it wasn't as rough of landing getting on it, so it didn't make the list. So another one that was unique, and this one also had current, but it didn't have as much current. But it's in the middle of nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and there's nothing super pretty. Like, the minute we stopped there, I just got eaten alive by mosquitoes. They were just on me like white on rice, a glass of milk, a paper plate, and a snowstorm. It was pretty bad. Anyway, and that was Bobby's Fish Camp. So my three least probably favorite stops on America's Great Loop was Kilkenny. But actually, Kilkenny had a decent restaurant. Uh, we did not eat there, but I heard that the food was pretty good there. But it's also just a unique spot. Um, Getting in and out, not that tricky. You just got to kind of watch the tides, what the tides are doing. But coming off in the morning was the tricky part of that one. Hoppies, definitely, you've got to pay attention going in and out. And another thing that I learned at Hoppies is what happens is the logs will come down on the boat. And so they said first thing in the morning, they said, if you take off in the morning at Hoppies, make sure you put your gears in reverse and clear out your props before you leave this dock. And then the day before we leave in, they came in and made sure that all the logs and all the debris was cleared of the boat. And then when I did that, when the morning when I got up and I hit that reverse, I put my engines, went forward, still tied off to the dock, put the engines in reverse, and you should have seen all the debris that came out of the back of that boat. It came out and it went everywhere. I was going, oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's something that you have to pay attention to. And Hoppies was by far the worst of all three of them. The Hoppies was my, if I never had to go back to Hoppies, I'm good. But it was definitely a unique in and out. And so Hoppies will get the number one. Kilkenny will get number two. And then Bobby's Fish Camp will get number three. Bobby's Fish Camp wasn't horrible. It's just really small. If you're not paying attention, you'll go right past Bobby's Fish Camp. There's nothing there. I mean, you can't even see it. It's like we came in. It was late in the evening, and there was it's literally just a little dock and a few campers. You can identify it by, you'll see a couple of campers up on the shoreline right there, but that's it. So Bobby's Fish Camp, no good. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, it wasn't my favorite. One of my favorite stops on America's Great Loop. So anyway, I'm getting back into the routine here. Tomorrow I'll be live. Tomorrow I think I want to talk about some of my favorite places on America's Great Loop. I'll talk about one of the anchorages that was just incredible. I did, it's one of the videos that we just recently did. And then one of the there's a couple places. One in Florida that was really memorable to me, and a couple of the other ones. So we'll get into those tomorrow. Also, I'll get over all the numbers with you guys. But my fuel consumption, it's really close to what I said. It's $3 a gallon was my average price for fuel for the entire loop. But we'll see. Also, like mooring fees, I said it was about $1,200 a month. Yeah, it was my mooring. It's probably a little bit less because of those 2 months they spend at the marinas, but it's not going to be much less. Might take it down to like $1,000 a month if you want to take the whole 6 months. So we'll go over all those numbers probably next week. I'll do a video where we just live where we talk about all of the numbers that all the real numbers, what I'm saying? That's adding up everything and then giving you guys all the real numbers, but they're pretty close to what my videos have said in the past. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you live life with no regret. I do. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And hopefully the internet gave us a good show today. Anyway, thank you guys. Anybody wants to hear any subjects or anything like that, please leave a comment down below and we'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And we'll also get on some of the, get to those subjects as quickly as we can. But again, this week is a little bit of a messed up week because of I'm going to go do that crossing this week. Anyway, peace out. Thanks. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.